We are heading to the boat. We are setting sail tonight at 8 p.m. And here we are, surrounded by the lights of Cartagena. We're quite excited to go on this adventure.
Yeah, really cool.
We're Luca and Julia, and this is our adventure.
Since quitting our office jobs in 2024, we've been living in our tiny home on wheels, Papero, a capable 2005 Mitsubishi Pajero Sport. Our setup is simple, our dreams big, to travel the world.
We're currently overlanding the Americas, from Ushuaia all the way to Alaska.
Today, our overlanding takes a different form, sailing. While Papero crosses the Darien Gap in a container ship, we follow him on a 64-foot sailboat, Quest, navigating to the San Blas Islands.
8 awesome crewmates, an experienced captain, and an amazing chef, we make unforgettable memories enjoying boat life and exploring a corner of the world you cannot access with a land vehicle.
Subscribe and come along for the adventure.
So I just got on the boat with this amazing skyline next to us. Our British friends, sorry, you're on camera, you're on YouTube, I hope you don't mind. And here we go to our cabin. Let's go. Look how pretty this boat is. This boat is exactly our age. It was built in 1995. And these are the cabins. Here's kitchen, and this is our little cabin over here. We're in our cabin.
Yeah, trying out the small bed. No, it's okay.
It's actually not that bad. It is a bit like in the Papero. It's a little narrower here where the feet are.
But there's more space in the Papero.
There is a bit more space in the Papero for sure, but it's absolutely not that bad. And we do have a fan.
We had to wait until the container was closed before being allowed to book, so it was the only one left.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
I kind of love it. Yeah. I kind of love it. It's like our little nest. It's very hot though. Very hot, but still bigger than I expected.
After the captain gave us our briefing, most people went to sleep. At midnight, we were off, leaving behind the sparkling lights of Cartagena.
Goodbye, South America. From Quest, first full day on the boat. Yeah. In the cabin. Yeah, very hot.
The shower was very nice this morning.
Yeah, it's super nice because this boat is one of the few ones that have unlimited freshwater supply because they have a desalination and filtration system for the seawater. So
you can take proper showers every day.
Yeah, without worrying about water consumption. We're only 12 people on it, and you can get quite a bit of privacy actually. Just be on your own. I personally love being at sea. I love being on the boat. It's amazing. Lunchtime. We have the calmest waters and just lovely company all around us. Everybody's feeling a bit sleepy right now, including myself. So I grabbed the yoga mat and I'm just gonna relax on deck. On deck at sunset. Sunset is muted because there's a big mass of clouds just to the west of the boat. The boat is going west. It's beautiful. It's like pink and purple and blue sky, and the sea is very calm. It's actually been smooth sailing all day. Not really sailing actually. We're motoring, unfortunately. Yeah. Not enough wind to sail. Now the day is coming to an end. One more night of navigation. So probably hot as well in the cabin. But tomorrow morning we should arrive in San Blas. Yeah, and it should be beautiful. Can't wait for day 3 of the adventure. See you there. Good morning from Quest. Here's a coffee. We have arrived in Panama. We decided to land this morning after a pretty sleepless night. It got rainy and bumpy pretty early in the night, and it got very hot in the cabins, obviously. So not a lot of sleep for us. Lots of coffee today, but hopefully it's already quieting down. It's already smoothing, so hopefully we'll have a quieter night tonight. Let's see. Tell us, Peter, how did you sleep?
The less I said about it.
Kira, how did you sleep?
It was okay, like up and down.
What a coffee helps, definitely. Coffee does help. Score out of 10 of this night of sleep?
I'll give it a 2.
A 2. 2 out of 10.
2 was nothing.
A 5. That's impressive. Yeah. Luca clearly gives it a 0. And I think I give it a 3. We're going to explore the reef. Hello guys, let's go.
Coconut rice and mango salad. And the aubergine is honey and garlic glaze.
Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you. Excited about the lobster?
Yeah. After a delicious dinner, our first day in San Blas was over. That night, we stayed on deck, where we could finally sleep.
The day had started stormy, but just as it came, the rain disappeared. The sky cleared up, and after a delicious pancake breakfast, the wind picked up, and we were finally sailing. Finally having a good time, eh? You opening the jib? have the honor of being here with our captain and chef. Can you introduce yourselves?
My name is Joran, I'm from Sweden, and I've been spending most of the time at sea in my life.
In typical Swedish fashion, Joran is being understated here. His being at sea included countless polar expeditions, including surviving a 30-meter freak wave in Antarctica, saving an entire ship, and even being featured in this BBC documentary. No wonder he wanted some peace, doing charters in the Caribbean after that.
And my name is Hilda, I'm also from Sweden. And yeah, I'm the first mate and chef on board.
Can you tell us a bit about the history of the boat? You built it completely from scratch.
Yeah, I designed it myself and built it myself.
How long did it take you?
Just 15 years.
Just 15 years. What was the most challenging part of putting together this boat?
The whiskey went up 15%.
That is definitely terrible.
There are so many, basically to stay focused. When you design something without any other references, you start from scratch, and then everything is dependent on something else. So before you could finalize one design or one subject, I sometimes ended up having to design something first that affected the other one, and then sometimes I had something that affected the second, and I had to design that before I could come back to the second one, and then come back to originally where I then continue on that line.
That's crazy.
So it was a lot of thinking.
Yeah, that's serious brain work right there. And what's special about this boat? This boat is way more capable than just taking people on a nice cruise in San Blas.
It's an expedition ship. It's the hull insulated with 4-inch polyurethane to be comfortable in the Arctic. And it's a steel hull, of course, as an expedition yacht, and the welds are all X-rayed and surveyed to level 4, the same as an icebreaker.
Wow.
And then it's built as a practical boat primarily. Almost all other boats, they focus on the comfort, and then the practicality comes after. For example, an average boat this size have a very small engine room, if any, just like a hatch you can get into the engine. But I prioritized a big engine room, so I can work with the technical parts, also without interfering with other passengers. I can change a pump or clean something. After a lifetime at sea, I knew what the practical boat should look like.
Hilda, what plans do you have for this boat coming up?
We have plans to sail the Northwest Passage 2027. We're gonna circumnavigate North America, and then continue up to Tromsø, Norway, and then onwards towards Svalbard. There we're gonna do regular trips.
Wow, that's amazing. How do you feel about that?
I'm very, very excited. Yeah. I love the Arctic, everything cold.
I was quite comfortable here in Caribbean, but then he turns around and said, "Why don't we sail to the Arctic?" Well, it's nice and warm, it's not in the Arctic.
So Hilda convinced you that you needed a challenge.
More or less, yeah.
More or less.
That's amazing. Thank you guys.
Thank
this
you.
was awesome. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Back to San Blas, or Guna Yala in the local language. This archipelago of over 360 Caribbean islands, most of them uninhabited, is part of Panama but governed by the indigenous Guna people, who have preserved their traditions and way of life and left the islands mostly untouched. We anchored at another slice of paradise, went snorkeling and later stepped ashore to explore. Unlike the previous island, a small family lived here, selling a few handmade items. We chose not to film the people to respect their privacy.
We're not on this journey alone, so now we're gonna introduce you to some of our fellow mates, shipmates, sailors, fellow sailors. Yes, so let's go. Hello. Say hello to YouTube.
Hi YouTube.
What are your names?
Ellie.
And Peter.
Where are you from?
We're from London. England, clearly. With everyone wearing shirts
Getting very
because they
burnt.
burnt.
Yeah.
How long have you been traveling?
We've been travelling for just over 2 months.
What's been the highlight so far?
This is pretty hard to beat. Tied between this and Patagonia for me.
Agreed. Two extremes.
Yeah,
but
yeah, really.
It's well worth visiting. So.
How are you doing with the seasickness?
That's been
All
alright.
good. Thankfully.
Good. Who do we have here? What's your name?
I'm Kira.
Where are you from?
I'm from Austria. I've been traveling for 2.5 months now.
Where have you been?
I started in Costa Rica actually, and I've been to Panama before, like for a weekend. And then I went to Peru and to Colombia, and now I'm finally here again in Panama. Super excited.
What's next?
I'll see. I don't know. Probably I go to Asia, Philippines, something like that. I
Wow.
have a few months left, so I'll decide what comes up.
Any seasickness?
No, not so far.
Awesome.
There's the woods.
Say hello to our YouTube friends.
Hello YouTube friends. Please like and subscribe.
Aww.
I will do the same.
Start with your name.
Hi, I'm Bernie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Bernie. Where are you from?
I'm from Switzerland, Swiss German part.
Where have you been so far?
Yes, I started my trip in Bolivia and went to Peru for some hiking. Then I traveled through Colombia and now I'm here.
And what's been the highlight so far?
What highlight is difficult? I have a highlight in every country.
You're a mountain girl, but look where you are.
I know. But seriously, it has been amazing. But right now, I feel like my legs, they need to move.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. But no seasickness.
No seasickness. I took some pills, so
Fantastic.
yeah.
Final salute to our friends of YouTube.
Well, enjoy the videos. I'm sure they are great. And actually, myself, I can't wait to see the videos.
Thank you, Bernie. Who do we have here?
Clara,
Where are you from?
Germany, from Berlin.
How long have you been in South America?
It's been 5 weeks now, I think. Just Colombia so far.
And then what's next?
I'm from Panama. I'm gonna fly to Guatemala and then Nicaragua, USA, and then New Zealand and Australia.
Wow, long travel plans ahead of you. What kind of vegetarian dishes are you looking forward to?
Just more of the food that Hilda's cooking for us, I think.
Agree with you.
It's been amazing so far.
That's awesome. Say hello to our YouTube friends. Hello, what's your name?
Byron,
Byron, where are you from?
from Australia.
How long have you been in South America?
2 months now.
And-
Ecuador and Colombia, and now Panama.
What's been the highlight so far?
Ooh, Galapagos in Ecuador, definitely. Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Seasickness level?
0, nothing.
Okay.
Luckily, and no tablets either.
Oh,
So,
look at that.
True sailor.
True sailor. Say hello to our YouTube friends.
Yo.
Come ti chiami?
Irene,
Di dove sei?
Svizzera.
Di
Ticino,
dove?
Canton Ticino, regione italofona della Svizzera.
Quanto tempo è che stai viaggiando?
Sono 2 mesi che sto viaggiando e me ne resta ancora uno.
E dove vai?
Andrò a Panama e in Costa Rica, poi tornerò in Svizzera.
Mal di mare da 1 a 10?
Il primo giorno abbastanza, poi adesso è passato.
Grande. Saluta i nostri amici di YouTube.
Saluto tutti.
Oh, what's your name?
Ilse,
Where are you from?
Netherlands.
How long have you been traveling?
6 weeks.
Where have you been?
In Brazil, Colombia, and now Panama.
Ah, lovely. And where are you going next?
To Singapore.
Oh, how's the seasickness?
Not that much. I don't know if it was seasickness or just something else.
Glad you're feeling better. Say hello to our YouTube friends.
Hello.
How's that coconut?
Really good.
It's time for Coco Loco now. Cheers! Woohoo!
The sun had risen on our last full day on board. That morning, we stopped in El Porvenir at the cutest immigration office we'd ever seen, at least from the outside. We never went in. Joran took care of getting all of our passports stamped into Panama for us. Then it was time for one last island landing.
Final day in San Blas on a new island. We just got to shore half an hour ago.
But the storm came in.
Yeah, we were caught by a big storm. And now it's over. It's back to being peaceful and sunny. Again, really, really beautiful. But this island is more of a party island as far as we understood it. Though it's low season right now, so it's empty. There's nothing. Empty buildings and empty structures. Not our favorite island.
No.
It also doesn't have the best reef. But today I saw a shark when snorkeling. And it was really, really, really cool. So I'm happy about that. And yeah.
And we're happy that this morning the ship with the Papero arrived to Colombia, Panama.
Yes!
So a couple more days and we can get him back.
Yes, very excited about that. So the timing has been really good. The ship is there today, and today's a Friday, and then Monday's a holiday in Panama.
So they told us we can get the Papero before Wednesday.
Yeah, which is random. But yeah,
anyways.
it is what it is. But that means only like 4 nights in Panama City, which is great. Final sunset from the boat. We're heading to Puerto Lindo. We'll get there at midnight, anchor, and then
we have breakfast tomorrow morning and then off
the ship.
And we have a shuttle to Panama City. We really didn't inform ourselves before coming here about the crew, about the boat. It's really a special boat, designed and built by the captain himself over 15 years. There's not a place in the world where you could not sail this boat. Yeah, made us think we don't know what we'll do after this trip is over, and we don't really know what will mark an end to this trip. Yes, finishing the Panamerican, getting to Alaska. We've been thinking, of course, what will we do afterwards. Spoiler, we still don't know. But we both always liked sailing. And I don't know, here's some more inspiration, I would say.
But yeah, all in all, without planning it at all, without knowing what we should expect from this experience, we really ended up on a boat that spoke to our soul.
Absolutely.
And like no other boat could have done that in the same way, right? Because this is the boat of an expedition person, and we feel we are expedition people. And to put it in his own words, life is an adventure. So
it should be lived as an adventure.
Yeah. Thank you, Captain Joran. Wise words. We live by them. Time to get off the boat and say goodbye. Thank you for having us.
So much for everything.
It's a pleasure sailing with you guys. And thank you for making our first trip of the season amazing.
Thank you. See you in Svalbard.
Yes, definitely.
We'd made it. We'd sailed across the Darien Gap and we're now in Central America. Next, we would explore Panama City while waiting to be reunited with our home on wheels, Papero. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to not miss an episode. And if you like this one, please let us know in the comments below. See you in 2 weeks.